you know? Because after the movie, there was a lot of interest in Phineas and Ferb. You know, Disney didn't really have a lot of original shows coming out. I mean, they had the Owl House and Amphibia at the time, but both of those shows ended. And Owl House was supposed to go on for longer, but then Disney canceled it because they were getting a lot of hate from certain countries because of, Lumity. So with that being said, I think there's two main reasons as to why Phineas and Ferb got brought back. One, because Disney is greedy as fuck, and two, because Dan Swampy might have peaked with Phineas and Ferb, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not saying they did, but honestly, maybe they think they did, and they just can't come up with anything better than Phineas and Ferb. Which, honestly, isn't really that embarrassing. Phineas and Ferb is Phineas and Ferb, okay? You can't really recreate that shit. It's a lightning in a bottle type of show. So I feel like they just settled for, let's bring Phineas and Ferb back and just keep making the same old shit. Which, I guess for kids is fine, but for me personally, who is obviously older now since the show ended, I just really don't give a shit, man. Number two. If you've seen Phineas and Ferb, then you know that every episode has the same formula. Phineas and Ferb get a crazy idea for an invention. They build said invention, they have fun with it with their friends. Candace spends the majority of the episode trying to bust them. Then you get the B plot, which is Perry the Platypus and Doofenshmirtz. Doofenshmirtz has some what the fuckinator, trying to take over the tri-state area, yeah. And then Perry, stops him and destroys the machine. But before the machine blows up, the machine goes off like one more time. And coincidentally gets rid of whatever Phineas and Ferb built before Candace can have their mom see it and, get them in trouble and shit. Now, I'm not criticizing the formula itself because it obviously works. Phineas and Ferb isn't the longest running Disney Channel show for no reason. But I feel like one of the main reasons the show ended in the first place was just because, fatigue. After a while, you just get tired of the same old formula. Not to mention, there's only so many ideas you can come up with that fucking formula. And I think Dan and Swampy realized that, and that's probably why they wanted to end the show. Now, obviously, it's 10 years later, and they probably had a lot of time to think about, new ideas for episodes and stuff. But I still don't want to watch it. And honestly, it's just because, I already know the formula.